There are different forms of business organization: sole tradership, partnership, and joint stock company. There are certain limitations of the sole tradership: limited capital, limited knowledge and skills, limited risk bearing capacity, and lack of rational decision. This has given rise to the origin of partnership. Under the partnership, you can see that more capital can be availed as the number of members are more. There is more knowledge and skills, more risk bearing capacity as the risk is shared, and then rational decisions can be taken up because two or more persons are there in the partnership, so the decisions can be taken up on the basis of majority. For better understanding the accounting for partnership, it is classified in different parts: fundamentals, goodwill, nature and its valuation, change in profit sharing ratio among the existing partners, admission of a partner, retirement of a partner, and dissolution of the firm. Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the next topic of our syllabus in accountancy, that is partnership. Student, you have already studied in your 11th class that there are different forms of business organizations, whether it is sole tradership, partnership, joint stock company. You have learnt about the preparation of the final account for the sole proprietorship. As the business expands, one needs more capital and larger number of people to manage the business and share its risk. In such a situation, people usually adopt the partnership form of business organization. Partnership forms comes into the existence when two or more persons joins hands to set up a business and share its profits and losses. They are said to be in partnership. We are given here the meaning and the definition of partnership. When two or more than two persons runs a business organization and share the profit, it is known as partnership. Partnership is defined by Indian Partnership Act 1932, Section 4 as follows. Partnership is a relationship between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. Profit distribution is considered to be the most important element of a partnership. We are given here the essential features of partnership form. First, two or more persons. There must be at least two persons to form a partnership business, and all such persons must be competent to contract. According to Indian Contract Act 1872, every person except the following are competent to contract. Minor means the person whose age is below 18, persons of unsound mind, and persons disqualified by any law. Competent to contract here means the person should be eligible to make the contract. Agreement. Partnership comes into the existence by an agreement, either written or oral. It is the basis for the relationship among the partners, which may be for a particular venture, for a period, or at will. The written agreement among the partners is also known as partnership deed. Lawful business. A partnership is established for a lawful business. If the business itself is illegal, that cannot be considered as a partnership firm. The persons who have agreed to share the profits and conduct the business activities, their activities related to the business should be legal. Profit sharing. The agreement between or among the partners must be to share the profits and the losses of the business. Business can be carried on by all or any of them acting for all. In other words, the partners are the agents as well as the principal of the partnership firm. Partners and partnership firm. Let's see, partners means the members of an organization, and the organization itself is considered as partnership firm. Persons who have agreed to share the profits Individually, they are considered as partners, and collectively, they are considered as partnership firm. Now we are given here the rights related to the partners. Every partner has a right to inspect the books of the account and have a copy of the same. Every partner has a right to take part in the business management. Every partner has a right to be informed and consulted about the affairs of the business. Every partner has a right to share the profits or losses with other partners in the agreed ratio. Agreed ratio means at the time when the partnership comes into the existence, the partner may decide that what will be the profit sharing ratio. A partner has a right not to allow the admission of any partner because the consent of all the partners are required for admission. In case of emergency, a partner has a right to act as a main of prudence. Suppose if a partner sees that there is a difficult situation for the partnership firm and he takes a decision, that decisions will be obeyed by the other members of the firm also. Every partner has a joint ownership of the partnership property. So the property cannot be considered as an individual property for the partners. During the adverse situations or the circumstances, he is free to act according to his prudence and should be compensated for the expenses incurred by him. Every partner has a right to conduct affairs of the business. Now we are given here the duties or the responsibilities of a partner. A partner should carry on his business with the greatest common advantages. Means he should not work for the personal benefits but should work for the common benefits. To hold and use the property of the firm only for the official use. He cannot use the official properties personally. To devote time and attention to the business of the partnership firm. To act within the authorities. He always should act according to the authorities provided by the firm. Not to assign his interest in the business to any other person. A partner cannot sell his own share to any other person. To indemnify for the losses caused by his willful neglect or the breach of agreement. If because of his negligence, if any loss is incurred to the firm, is to pay the compensation to the other partners.